And the minute I stepped in and I was like 2 inches from the door, he was behind the door and he locked the door.
Unaniangalia wewe, mikono 4, vidole 4 zinakuangalia wewe.
I forgive you from the depths of my heart. Even you, without asking me for forgiveness, I have forgiven you.
So what was the truth? There was not anything the truth.
He told me, I cannot recognize that bastard. You need to do an abortion. He even gave me money for abortion. I refused.
Do you feel like people judged you wrongly? Completely. I got you, sir.
Even after doing all this, you still stand on the pulpit and preach. You still stand on the pulpit to perform miracles. You still stand on the pulpit and declare how anointed you are.
Jina langu ni Pastor Pastor Kairu na siku hizi najiita Brother Israel.
I hated myself. Of course, I was not your class. I came from the ghetto. That time you associated with yourself with big people. And he kept on emphasizing, I'm building my career. That time I never understood what career is until I started seeing him on television, started seeing him preaching.
Believe in loyalty. Believe in loyalty.
When you have not worn a shoe, you can never feel the pain. When you have not gone through what someone has gone through, you can never feel the pain.
There was not anything the truth.
Yes, Sammy, I have forgiven you. From the very depths of my heart, I have forgiven you. A very lovely afternoon from 254. My name is Martha Swepan, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who are coming in for the first time, karibu sana, feel at home. And as I continue with a lot of answering your question, I just want to make sure that Wanjiro Njuguna, you understand, because I don't know why you keep on repeating the same question to me. Rape. How were you raped at that age? When you have not worn a shoe, you can never feel the pain. When you have not gone through what someone has gone through, you can never feel the pain. Being in the church and very desperate, looking for a job, I was asked for my papers. I'm a girl who is educated, who has learned, and I took my papers to Cairo because I knew I had the confidence that I'm in the church and I'll get whatever that is going to come, whatever I'm going to get was good. And as we continued going for fellowship, we continued going to worship together. At the back of my mind, I knew great things will happen. This is a day I will never forget. It was May 9th, 2 p.m., 2009. Exactly at 2 p.m., I was just seated in my house. I had come from a casual job and I was just relaxing in the couch when I received a call from Pastor Kairu. He asked me, where are you? At home. Could you come to my place? I found a job for you. And the person who is offering you the job is here. I said yes. I forgot how tired I was. I forgot I was supposed to rest because I knew I was going to get a job. A job that is going to be maybe good, a paying job, and maybe my sufferings will come to an end. I rushed and I went. He was living in a small house, a single-room apartment. It had a seat, it had a bed, a stove, and a small cupboard. One would once ask, "You described that house very well." Yes, because we would go to worship together there. So it was a house I had visited, not alone, but with other fellowship people. And when I went, the door used to be opened from inside. You could push the door from inside. And I found the door was open and the curtain was outside. And so I knocked. And I could hear coming. And I never expected anything. My mind was very clear. All my thoughts were positive. I got in. And the minute I stepped in, and I was like 2 inches from the door, he was behind the door. And he locked the door. So by the time I turned, because I heard the door being locked, I was already attacked. I tried my very best. But it was in vain. Kairu overpowered me. By the time he was done, my clothes were in pieces. I asked him why. Why would you do this? You call yourself a man of God. How do I go home? You've torn my clothes. I'm in a mess. He threw a sheet at me. And chased me out of his house. I left. And because of my state, I had to take a boda home. May 9th, 2009. Between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. was the worst nightmare in my life. That's the day I'll never forget ever in my life. The same day I conceived my baby, but with a lot of pain, a lot of questions, a lot of regrets. I asked myself so many questions. Even after doing all this, you still stand on the pulpit and preach. You still stand on the pulpit to perform miracles. You still stand on the pulpit and declare how anointed you are. This is the day that was very painful to me. But today, I thank God, because out of the pains and frustrations and tears, I have a beautiful and a very adorable son. And if you're there and you have a child out of rape, please love those children. I feel bad when I see somebody telling me, I hate my child because he or she came through rape. Your child is innocent. Love those children. The only thing that those children need is love. It doesn't matter how they came. What matters is what they become. And you that brought them, you're the one to give them the love and the security they need for them to become great people in future. And even after conception, I still went ahead with a lot of pain, because at the back of my mind I knew, fine, you're still a man of God. You might be able to take care of your son or your child, because by that time I didn't know what child I'll bring forth. But to my shock, he told me, I cannot recognize that bastard. You need to do an abortion. He even gave me money for abortion. I refused. He went ahead and looked at me. He told me, you're not my type. You cannot spoil my career. This is the time I'm building myself. I'm building my career. You're not my class. I cannot work with you. I cannot bring forth a bastard. All these words came from a so-called, I'll put that, anointed man of God, preaching to people and telling them I'm anointed, performing miracles.
Jina langu ni Pastor Pastor Kairu, na siku hizi najiita Brother Israel.
I hated myself. Of course, I was not your class. I came from the ghetto. That time you associated with yourself with big people. And he kept on emphasizing, I'm building my career. That time I never understood what career is, until I started seeing him on television, started seeing him preaching, performing miracles, him with a big church, not once, not even one church, driving big cars. And I think now I understood but that didn't stop me from raising my child. And It's not easy. I'll tell you people, it's not easy. Raising a child and carrying a pregnancy of 9 months, knowing that your child was denied at conception. And as a mother, you have to do everything possible to make sure that your child doesn't feel that he or she came into this world unwanted. And I thank God because through a lot of love and support from you people, the encouraging words you people give me, even from understanding the Bible myself, I decided just to read the Bible for myself, to love myself, to appreciate who I am. It has made me love my son to an extent that even today he doesn't feel like he needs another person to love him more than me. And sexual abuse or rape is not something light. Be it to a woman, be it to a man, it is not something light. There are people who are battling even today depression because of what they went through. And you feel you hate yourself. I won't blame you. I felt the same. I hated myself. Seeing the person who has done all this to me is still doing good and I'm suffering. I hated myself. I saw I was not worthy of living. I saw I didn't deserve to be in this world. I felt like I'm a cursed person, like I'm a rejected object. I felt so many things. And it is normal. It is normal. But let me assure you one thing. That at the right time, God turns tables. These are the days that anytime I talk about this day, I feel very low, and I feel like that was the darkest day of my life. I'll tell you this, SAMMY Kairu. Every time you have approached me, you have never approached me in a positive manner. Since day one, you have come with force and frustrations and a lot of negativity. But I'll tell you this. I forgive you. I forgive you because I want peace. Peace within my heart. Peace within my son's life. I want peace. I forgive you because I know the power of forgiveness, because I read the Bible. I forgive you because God didn't allow me to die when all you wanted was me dead and my son dead. Because that was your prayer. You tried everything you could. But God fought for me. And that is why I forgive you. I forgive you from the depths of my heart. Even you, without asking me for forgiveness, I have forgiven you. I have forgiven you because the Bible tells me that I should forgive the people who have caused me harm. The Bible has ordered me to let go of the people who have offended me, and that is what I have done. You might not understand what you did to me, but I forgive you because there is one person who understands, and that is God, the God that I serve, the God that saved me from the shackles of death, the God that has made me who I am today, that same God is the one that has made me forgive you. Yes, Sammy, I have forgiven you. From the very depths of my heart, I have forgiven you. Thank you, and God bless.